With a good set of tires and a winning attitude, off-road thrills can be had by all. But what if, instead of modifying a truck or SUV to the point it's no longer recognizable or daily drivable, there was a dedicated high-speed off-roader that can do it all right off the showroom floor? What if indeed? As a purpose-built desert runner, designed from the ground up by Ford's in-house performance team, the second-generation F-150 Raptor delivers the capability and durability of a hardcore race truck, but in a production package. This means that, unlike homemade pre-runners, the Raptor comes with a warranty and thousands of hours of meticulous engineering under its belt. To build such a truck, Ford couldn't simply dip into its existing parts bins and hope for the best. From the powertrain to structural componentry to running gear, virtually every part that composes the Raptor is designed exclusively for it. In other words, the Raptor isn't just some off-the-shelf pickup truck outfitted with a lift kit, beefier tires, and some super awesome bed decals. But that one is. Okay, so at this point we've made it quite clear that the Raptor is a one-of-a-kind machine. But just how much better is it than a full-size pickup with some common bolt-ons?
To explore that idea, we're going to take both cars and travel from Barstow, California to skanky Las Vegas, and we're not going to touch the tarmac.
You got the fuel?
Mm-hmm. You got the straps?
Mm-hmm. You got the compressor?
Mm-hmm. You got the jack?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As we approach the trailhead, I should point out that the Titan is going to act as a stand-in for other in-house off-roaders, of which there are many. We'll say that the Nissan Titan is certainly a capable pickup truck. We're going over the same stuff that the Raptor is, but because it's kind of narrow and super rocky, it's not like they can just blast across this. I guess if they cared less about the Raptor, they could probably go through here much quicker. If we didn't have to return it to Ford. I'm right on your tail, you're driving a Raptor, but you can't get away, da 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 da.
After providing Micah with some false hope, it was time to put the hammer down and motor away to the first waypoint. Just our luck. Apparently one of the biggest rainstorms in years to ever come through here arrived last night and is apparently going to continue throughout the morning. So yeah, should be interesting.
It's so muddy. Oh, so there's the dry lake bed.
Well, it's now a lake. So,
all right. Yeah, you're the off-road guy. Is that going to be a problem?
I'm fine with the Raptor,
Mm-hmm.
but the tires on the Titan, I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, just driving through here, when the road gets worse, you just go faster and glide over it and things get smoother. When the road gets bad, if I go faster, things get a lot worse.
Okay, so it turns into a bounce house?
Yeah. Whee!
That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm happy to swap if you are.
No.
Okay.
Game time decision. Raptor's going out, Titan's staying here. Micah can catch up with me later. For such a big vehicle, it's incredibly easy to manage. We're basically dancing on top of a lake right now. In fact, this is pretty incredible, so I'm just going to shut up and we're going to watch.
You ever drift that thing?
You're about to find out.
Let's see what you got, fool. Really stilted conversation we're having here.
I've had my fun, linked up with Micah. Honestly, it wasn't all fun. There were a couple moments back there was really nerve-wracking where 510 pound-feet of torque and 450 horsepower was just barely enough to get through. So I'm actually quite happy to see that we're inching towards higher ground.
I think what I figured out about the Raptor is it's a little bit like Zach and I are attending the same party, except he has a drink and a cool hat, and he's surrounded by beautiful ladies. And I'm at the same party, but I'm also next to the copier and that woman from accounting who's nice. She's nice. Same party, but just he's having more fun, is what I'm saying.
Hey look, the sun! Didn't think I'd be wearing these anytime soon.
Yeah! Is that supposed to be like that?
Sure, why not?
That's gonna put a damper on the plans to get to Vegas, I think.
All right, well, it's back on. We're not that far from Vegas, but I think we're calling it.
Yeah, I don't feel like driving another however many hours through the desert in the middle of the night. I want dinner and a shower.
Yeah, we made it pretty close. Celebratory flare?
Yes, indeed.
So we may not have accomplished our original objective, but we made it to Vegas in one piece. And tomorrow was another day. Since our day yesterday was cut a bit short, we're going to have ourselves an abbreviated play day at a spot just outside of Las Vegas. But before that happens, it's time to turn our brown truck blue before it's brown again. After logging a fair amount of seat time, I think the key takeaway from driving the Raptor is the insane level of confidence it inspires. And what that translates into on the dirt is approaching sections with way more speed than you think you ought to. But the Raptor pulls you through. Since it's essentially as wide as a lane of traffic, you can power slide at like 70 miles an hour without having to worry about going end over end. But that ultra-wide track also means you can't fit everywhere, like there. As we head towards the road, I will say that one of the Raptor's most underappreciated qualities is survivability. And what I mean by that is over the past 48 hours, we have pushed this truck to 10 tenths in every respect. And the Raptor still drives exactly the way it did when we picked it up. There are no annoying panel squeaks or alignment issues. And to that end, we're on the road out of Vegas, and yeah, I gotta say, this truck is smoother, quieter, and more comfortable than any truck has a right to be. From the driving position, to the seats, to the materials quality, the Raptor is a luxury truck. When you want it to be. Though base Super Cab models still come fairly well equipped at their $50,000 starting price, for an extra $17,000 or so, you can add in a full range of high-end trappings like 10-way heated and ventilated front seats, passive entry with push-button start, adaptive cruise control with automatic pre-collision braking, a 360-degree camera system, a Sony premium audio system tied to an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment center with embedded navigation as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, and, well, basically everything available in a premium passenger car, but with the added benefit of being able to venture off-road whenever the mood strikes. Better yet, earlier in our road test, we locked in 20.2 mpg on the highway at an average speed of 71 miles an hour, which is pretty good for a massive hunk of metal that can sprint from 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. And despite some slothish response times from the paddle shifters, the 10-speed automatic expertly matches the linear torque curve of the Turbo 6. Slothish is a word, right?
Sure.
All this amounts to a truck that's just as capable on-road as it is off, which is nice, seeing as I've got over 300 miles of pavement ahead of me. I'm gonna take a detour.